Brett here from Brett on the Go and Retirement Today. Today, we're diving headfirst into a controversy that's making waves across America. Elon Musk just called Social Security the biggest Ponzi scheme of all time. But is he right, or is this just another billionaire's hot take? Here's the reality. In January 2025, over 73 million Americans, more than 1 in 5 of us, rely on Social Security. And yet, 30,000 people died last year waiting for their benefits. Now, with 7,000 Social Security Administration jobs on the chopping block and 6 of its 10 regional offices shutting down, the program is under fire from all angles, including both Musk and Trump. So the question is, what happens next? And more importantly, how does this impact you? This might just be one of the most important conversations of my YouTube career. And while you all know I have my opinions, don't worry. We're here to break it all down, the good and the bad. Joining me today are my co-hosts, Sebastian and Mercedes. They bring fresh perspectives, real talk, and a little humor to the conversation. Whether you're planning for retirement, already living the dream, or just wondering what your future holds, this episode is for you. So sit back, relax, and get ready for an honest, unfiltered discussion, maybe a few laughs, maybe a few tears, but most importantly, real facts that matter to your future. Now, let's welcome Sebastian and Mercedes to the show. Let's get started.
All right, so today we're going to dive into some potentially unsettling waters.
Okay.
The future of Social Security.
All right.
And I know not exactly a beach vacation topic, but if you're counting on even a dime of those benefits someday,
right.
And let's face it, most of us are.
Yeah.
This deep dive could be the wake-up call you didn't know you needed.
For sure.
We are digging into some concerns that were raised in a YouTube video called Social Security is Broken and a Stupid Idea.
Wow.
By Brett from the channel Brett on the Go.
Okay.
And let me tell you, some of this stuff is pretty eye-opening.
It's certainly a topic that sparks a lot of debate, and understandably so.
Yeah.
Social Security touches the lives of so many Americans, and the video highlights some pretty alarming statistics right off the bat, starting with the sheer scale of the program. 75 million Americans.
Wow.
That's 1 in 5 people rely on those benefits.
That's a huge number.
It is.
And what really struck me was the news about the Social Security Administration itself.
Okay.
Apparently they are slashing 7,000 jobs.
Oh, wow.
A whole 12% of their staff.
Yeah.
And closing down 6 out of 10 regional offices.
Huh.
I mean, what does that even mean for people who depend on those checks coming in every month?
Well, on a practical level, fewer staff and offices almost certainly translate to longer wait times for everything. Applying for benefits, getting questions answered, even potentially receiving those checks.
Right.
The video really drives home the potential for added stress and hardship for folks already navigating a complex system.
And then there's that statistic that really hit me hard.
Okay.
30,000 Americans died in 2023 alone.
Wow.
While waiting for their Social Security benefits decisions.
Oh my goodness.
It's heartbreaking to think of people struggling sometimes for years to get the support they desperately need.
It's a stark reminder that behind the policy discussions and the budget numbers, there are real people whose lives are directly impacted by how well or poorly the system functions.
Right.
Those delays can have a ripple effect. Yeah.
Pushing individuals and families into financial instability.
For sure.
Forcing them to rely on other safety nets that are already stretched thin.
The video also dives into those agonizing wait times.
Okay.
Over 1 million people are stuck in limbo waiting for a decision on their disability claims.
Wow.
And the average wait, a mind-boggling 370 days.
Goodness.
And that's just for an initial decision, not even the final payout.
Yeah.
Some states like Georgia are even worse, with wait times exceeding 500 days.
Oh my.
It's just unreal.
And these delays don't just impact individuals. They can have broader economic consequences as well. When people are forced to wait months or even years for the benefits they're entitled to, it can strain local economies and exacerbate existing social inequalities.
You know, it's easy to think of Social Security as just a retirement program.
Right.
But Brett makes a good point. It's a lifeline for so many people right now.
Absolutely.
7 million seniors rely on it for 90% of their income. And 11 million Americans with disabilities depend on these benefits for survival.
Right.
Any disruptions or cuts could be catastrophic.
Exactly. And it's crucial to remember that Social Security isn't some isolated program.
Yeah.
It's interwoven with other social safety nets, like food stamps and disability assistance.
Wow.
If one part of the system weakens, it puts immense pressure on the others, creating a domino effect of hardship.
Yeah.
So challenges with Social Security don't just impact beneficiaries.
Right.
They ripple throughout the entire social safety net. And looking ahead, there are some serious questions about the long-term sustainability of Social Security.
Yeah.
The video mentions that the government is even considering raising the retirement age
Right.
and cutting disability payments.
Oh, wow.
Those are some pretty drastic measures.
Yeah.
And definitely controversial.
Yeah, those potential cuts are definitely worrisome, especially for folks who are already struggling to make ends meet.
Right.
But what really got people talking was Elon Musk's statement calling Social Security a Ponzi scheme.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I'm not saying I agree with him,
Right.
but when someone with his influence throws out those kinds of labels,
For sure.
it definitely sparks debate and could sway public opinion.
Absolutely. Musk's statement, while provocative, reflects a broader conversation happening right now about the program's financial model.
Yeah.
Can it keep up with a growing aging population, longer lifespans, and changing economic realities?
Right.
These are legitimate concerns that need to be addressed,
Yeah.
but they also require a nuanced understanding of how the system actually works
Right.
and the various factors at play.
So with all these challenges and uncertainties swirling around, what are we supposed to do?
Right.
Brett, the YouTuber, actually offers some practical advice at the end of his video.
Okay.
He urges everyone to check their benefit statements now
Uh-huh.
to make sure everything is accurate,
Good idea.
which seems like a good first step.
It's an excellent point. Being proactive is key.
Right.
You want to ensure your earnings record is correct.
Yeah.
And that you're getting the benefits you're entitled to.
Right.
Catching any errors early can save a lot of hassle and potential financial loss down the road.
He also suggests exploring other income sources,
Okay.
like side gigs or investments.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not putting all our eggs in the Social Security basket.
Yeah.
Diversifying our income seems like a smart move, especially with all the uncertainty surrounding the future of the program.
Definitely having multiple income streams can provide a sense of security and flexibility.
Right.
Regardless of what happens with Social Security.
Yeah.
It's about taking control of your financial future and building resilience in the face of potential challenges.
Brett's also a big advocate for making our voices heard.
Okay.
He encourages viewers to contact their representatives
Yeah.
and demand action,
Uh-huh.
emphasizing that Congress needs to know this issue is on our radar.
Collective action is crucial.
Right.
Even when dealing with something as large and complex as Social Security,
Yeah.
contacting your representatives,
Uh-huh.
participating in public forums, signing petitions, these actions can make a difference in shaping policy decisions
Yeah.
and holding elected officials accountable.
And lastly, he reminds us to help others who might be struggling to navigate the system.
Yeah, that's good.
It's about sticking together and advocating for those who need it most,
Yeah.
which is a powerful message.
It's a call for compassion and community support.
For sure.
We often get caught up in our own individual challenges,
Right.
but reaching out to those facing difficulties,
Yeah.
sharing resources,
Yeah.
even just lending an ear, these small acts can have a profound impact on someone's life.
Right.
It's about recognizing that we're all in this together.
Okay, so after all that, let's bring this back to you.
Okay.
What would a future without Social Security look like for you?
Yeah.
And what steps can you take right now to prepare,
Right.
just in case?
That's the real question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not predicting doom and gloom, but
Yeah.
taking stock of your own situation.
Right.
We've all got different circumstances, different safety nets, different levels of risk we're comfortable with.
I'll admit this whole deep dive has been eye-opening.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, is out there, but don't really think about until it's right in front of you.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And that's natural, but as we've been discussing, knowledge is power, right?
Right.
Even just understanding the basics of how Social Security works, the challenges it's facing,
Yeah.
that gives you a leg up in making informed decisions about your own financial future.
If someone's feeling a little overwhelmed after all this,
Okay.
what's a good first step? Besides hiding under the blankets, of course.
Well, checking your benefits statement, like Brett suggested, is a great start.
Right.
It's free, it's easy, and it gives you a clear picture of where you stand.
Yeah.
From there, you can start exploring those backup plans we talked about, diversifying income streams.
Right.
Maybe dipping your toes into investing if that's something you're comfortable with.
Yep.
And hey, there are tons of resources out there to help you along the way.
And for some folks, a financial advisor might be a good idea just to get some personalized guidance.
Sure.
But beyond our own personal prep,
Yeah.
what about the bigger picture?
Right.
This isn't something we can just fix on an individual level.
Absolutely. This has to be a collective effort.
Right.
We need to keep the pressure on our elected officials to find solutions that work for everyone, not just a select few.
Yeah.
That means staying informed, engaging in those tough conversations, and advocating for policies that prioritize the well-being of all Americans.
Couldn't agree more. We need to keep this issue on the forefront.
Yeah.
Make sure it doesn't fade into the background noise.
And don't underestimate the power of your own voice.
Right.
Talk to your friends and family about this.
Yeah.
Share what you've learned. The more we normalize these conversations, the more likely we are to find solutions that benefit everyone.
Well said. We hope this deep dive has given you some food for thought. Maybe even sparked a little fire to take action.
For sure.
Thanks for joining us, and remember, knowledge is power.
Absolutely.
Now go out there and make your voice heard.